Hey everyone, Joe Weisman here, and you're tuned into the Ill Noise Business Playbook. Big ideas, bold stories, and local impact. Let's make some noise.
All right, welcome to the Ill Noise Business Playbook. We are partnered with Bite Outfitters, where websmithing is done right. I'm here with Jimmi Patel, Jimmi from Brewhouse 31. Jimmi, how are you doing today, man?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Well, we really appreciate you having there. We obviously we're a fan of your location and of your business, as we've been there more than once, and we'll continue to do so. But before we get started, anything fun happen over the weekend? I know we're doing this on a Monday, so we're coming right off a weekend. Anything fun or exciting occur?
Fun, exciting was for me being at Brewhouse for Fridays, Saturdays. I think was enjoying my part being the bartender. Had some guests, and I think we saw the crowd increasing for a normal weekend. So that's pretty much weekend for me, entertaining my guests at Brewhouse 31.
Beautiful. Well,
Real Finance Group is more than just accounting. Leticia and her team provide real accounting solutions for real life, helping small businesses like ours thrive in the Chicagoland community.
let's talk about Brewhouse 31. Again, my wife Neha and I have been there more than one time. We love the layout. But what inspired you? What motivated you to get this business up and running?
Well, I have an IT background, and my vision was to have a brewery for such a long time, for more than a decade, I would say. And I think the endless job that I had was traveling, and I took a pause after two spin-offs for $1 billion company, managing a multi-million-dollar portfolio. So I wanted to bring something to the community, which after pandemic we learned about how people have been moving from city to suburbs. Again, the vibe that I wanted to give, again, keeping in mind pandemic, we learned a lot of things where the employments were also an issue, right? So coming with the technology, I think we've grown so much. So I was looking for a place which I can create a vibe for the community. It's more of like a vision of creating more than just a restaurant. It is a true gathering place for the community, building a one-stop shop for food, drinks, entertainment. More of like guests can enjoy self-pour craft beers by the ounce from the microbreweries. Microbreweries are so many around the nation wide, where 40,000 breweries can open, close every year, right? So more of like bringing them together, being an extended arm for them. People also are not limited to the craft beers, but they can relax at the bar, enjoy crafted cocktails, wines, fine bourbon, scotch, tequilas, bowling areas to choose games from a tablet, play at an intermediate, professional, or a beginner's level. This allows also you to do expression tracking and allows you to send an email to yourself with the memory for life, right? So that's the vision I think we had. But like I said, not only just limited to food, drinks, and entertainment, we also wanted to create a diversified menu for our guests with gluten-free options, being creative around shareable appetizers, building the burgers, sandwiches, entrees. Of course, the pizza are well known in Algonquin, Lake in the Hills. So pretty much like giving an idea of where you are a one-stop shop destination.
Now, my wife Neha, who I know you know very well, she is the chamber board, and we actually visited you for maybe not the greatest reason, but the reason why we kind of came was actually a really beautiful reason. So can you talk about some obstacles that I'm very well aware that you're sort of dealing with, and how you've been able to overcome some of those obstacles as a small business owner?
Well, the biggest challenge when you say obstacles is maintaining consistent foot traffic,
Mm,
especially on weekdays.
sure.
We overcame this by hosting some special events like music nights for karaoke. We've had live musics. We're bringing some poker tournaments, which are free. We've started some dart competitions as well. These are still tip darts. People are enjoying that as well. We're building that flow to mitigate that obstacle that we have. But we are trying to also engage with the community throughout the social media, local partnerships. I think we're sponsoring some of the schools, I would say, offering a lot of interesting options where we are also being partner for donating some charities as well.
Awesome. I mean, you kind of talked about with foot traffic, and I know you know, we love your place, so we want to see. I really want to see more and more people get to know about this place, more and more people to visit this place. It's beautifully it looks beautiful aesthetically. It's wonderful. I love it. I love the little uh, those little neon lights things that you have by the bar and stuff like that. I think that's kind of cool. It's very intriguing, and the window setup. But what sort of strategies do you have in place to continue to get the word out and continue to grow your customer base?
I mean, in today's day, social media has been key for us. Sharing events, specials, interactive content really helps us connect with both new and returning customers. Hosting community events, fundraisers. We just had a fundraiser last Sunday, which was amazing. Competitions brings people in and keeps them coming back. Like we've started metal tip darts. It's unique. Most likely there is only a plastic tip, right? So people are enjoying. We did try test one of the events, and we're now bringing that as a consistent event, hosting it twice a month. The best strategy is always providing a memorable experience. I think this place is not just a restaurant. We have created a place for an experience, and whatever the experience people have experienced because of word of mouth from happy guests is still the strongest way to grow.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's also there's nothing like that word of the mouth advertising, right? Because boy, it really fits in all of our budgets, I suppose. Now you are in this industry, and shall I say, you also haven't really mentioned all the wonderful food options that you have there too that we've been able to test along the way. That we think your place is awesome, but you have to in order to be successful business owner, you have to be proactive rather than reactive. So you have to kind of be aware of trends in the industry and kind of come to grips with what sort of future trends might exist. So can you talk about some future trends that you anticipate and how you plan on dealing with those?
Yeah, sure. I think a feedback I'll start to share with is that we are ahead of the technology when the future trend is talked about. At Brewhouse 30, when the future is already built in our model, guests open a tab once and carry it with them anywhere in the building, from a bar to a table to interactive doors, making the experience seamless. Self-pour beer wall, rotating craft selections, and unique entertainment create the kind of experience dining people are gravitated forward. Rather than chasing trends, Brewhouse 31 sets them from blending technology, community fun in a way that keeps us fresh and ahead of the curve, talking to our guests, trying to understand what they like. We're trying to implement quarterly menus for the food as well, upgrading it from what we can offer. Obviously, being seasonal, obviously being careful about what we can bring on our tap wall from comparing one to another microbrewery craft beers. So things like that will continue to evolve us around the future trends in terms of obviously appeasing the guests what they like and they're enjoying here at Brewhouse 31.
That's a mic drop, by the way. I asked you what sort of trends you're anticipating. You're saying that you guys set the trends. Jimmy, I love that. How has AI played a part in what you're doing? Obviously, it's affecting every business along the way. So does that play a part at all? Are you utilizing any of the tools within AI?
For I think for Brewhouse 31, the only trend that we can think of is to use one of the AI tools out there to automate the marketing for us, which we have to be hands off. But I believe that's pretty much I can think of for now, utilizing the AI at Brewhouse 31.
Gotcha. We're all about feel good stories around here, Jimmy. So if you can talk about, I could tell you personally that of a couple of customers you have that love the place, and certainly my wife enjoys singing a tune now and then. And I guess she's kind of sucked me into that whole world. So I certainly like the Wednesdays from 6 to 9, the karaoke nights that you guys have, especially since I'm not getting any younger, Jimmy. So I kind of like the fact that it's at an appropriate time for me, and it works really well. Give us a feel good story. Talk about a customer. Talk about something that's happened that's really kind of reinvigorated what you do and kind of lights that fire within you to say, like, boy, I am doing the right thing here.
Well, there are many of the examples, but I'm really one of the proudest moments at Brewhouse 31 was a night when the restaurant was buzzing from end to end. Every seat was filled. The bar stacked up with guests, all dart lanes are in use, families enjoying meals together while live music and karaoke played. People were discovering new favorites at the self-pour wall, laughing, moving freely around the space. My team handled it all seamlessly. That night, I realized we have created, um, I'm sorry, something truly special, a place
Yes.
where technology, fun, and community come together to create an unforgettable experience. I mean, for me, to my guest, I always am very passionate to share that this is the dream that we have built together, but it's more of an experience place. And I loved from hearing from my guests that the experience they've had been here is amazing.
Well, again, you're speaking to one of your guests right now, Jimmy, and I could tell you're definitely doing the right thing. Just out of curiosity, before it just kind of led me to something else. You obviously come from a completely different background. What was it about this particular industry that you decided you wanted to kind of move?
Like I said, I had a dream building a brewery, I don't have any experience in brewing any beers, and it was a cost that requires to hire a master brewer. And I think I interviewed year and a half, a lot of people out there. Franchises were an option. I'm like, I'm not doing franchise. That's asking a job for them. So I'm like, let's stabilize ourselves and design a project where you can unite everything and again put your dream into it. So obviously, like I mentioned, that's Route 31. Wanted to bring self pour 31 taps. People go to a brewery. They're like, I'm not a beer person. Well, we've got a full bar for you. I'm not a liquor person. Well, we've got domestic bottles for you. I've gotten 4 non-alcoholic options there. People can play darts, full dine-in menu. We've separated the video gaming slot room completely private for them so we can welcome families with the kids. So I think it's like a one-stop shop destination where I wanted to bring everybody together and have fun, not just being left out there.
You're doing it. You're doing it. And again, I could tell you because I'm a customer. I love your place. I think it's a beautiful place, and I love the people that work there. You hired some good people, Jimmy, for sure. What's the best way that people can learn more about Brewhouse 31? How can they reach out to you? How can they find you? What's the
Yeah, well, you can find us at Brewhouse 31. That's 1320 South Main Street in Algonquin, where you can get your craft beers for your well-known microbreweries that you don't have to chase or travel further down. Pizzas are amazing, where they're known in Algonquin, Lake and the Hills. Fun all week, free poker league on Tuesdays, karaoke every Wednesdays, dart competitions on Wednesdays, live music on Fridays. Interactive dart nights, like I mentioned, happy hours and things like that. But yeah, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on YouTube. Obviously, we are on some high school program books and things like that. So that's where especially everybody can find us.
Well, Jimmy, I really appreciate you spending some time on the Ill Noise Business Playbook today, and I wish you a wonderful day, my man. Have a great day, okay?
Thank you.